here we are. We've made it to March. Okay, so last month was the month that we finished with the tally. See you later. Okay, so when the tally finished, obviously I was back in that place again, you know, like where you're dreaming of being back on a stage and all that. But all this time, like, I have been sort of trying my hardest to be able to play the guitar. And by the end of the tally, I'd sort of got to a stage where I could actually play a little bit, you know what I mean? So in my head, I was thinking, fuck all this band, you know what I mean? Like, I can't be bothered with all these opinions that you've got to deal with and all that, do you know what I mean? And I was just sort of thinking, if I go solo, you know what I mean? I'll do what I want. I answer to me and me only, you know what I mean? So yes, it was time to try and walk the lonely road, you know what I mean? I had the material. I had loads of tracks and do you know what I mean? I was just like, and I could play sort of, I don't know, 10 or 15 songs. So I had enough to do gigs and stuff like that. I mean, obviously it's not being in a band, do you know what I mean? Like, being in a band is amazing, but yeah, it's just, it's very hard work. It's very, very hard work to try and keep everyone happy and keep yourself happy, and it's just hard work. And also you don't have to pay for rehearsal rooms no more because you're just rehearsing your ass, and do you know what I mean? Acoustic guitar. So it's cheaper as well, and also you don't have to make your way to rehearsal rooms and all that rubbish. But yeah, so it was time. Do you know what I mean? I was ready to do it on my own, and so I locked myself away in my home studio, and I sort of went through what songs I could play and what ones I couldn't play. I tried my hardest to learn them, and some I learnt, some I never. So then, yeah, I've got a couple of tracks that I'll play you that's just like recordings of me and the acoustic guitar and singing and that, and then we'll take it from there.
Please let my light shine again. And was this darkness heaven sent? Will I pass this life test and see the brightness meet the darkness? You've met the people that you've needed. Your English rose will stay completed. I'll meet the dark holding a candle, and then my life will come full circle. Black blanket, swear I'll be in the time when I can see. Black blanket wrapped around me, keep me warm when I can see. Looks like we're in the stationary time. Keep up your chin and let it shine, and for no reason to feel down, Just give it up and feel the sound. Black blanket, swear I'll be in the time when I can't see. Black blanket wrapped around me, keep me warm when I can't see. Night has fallen, starless sky. This black blanket across my eyes. Black blanket, swear I'll be in the time when I can't see. Black blanket wrapped around me, keep me warm when I can't see.
Yes, and that was Black Blanket. I love that song. Close to my heart, that song. I'm sure you can all guess why. Okay, so I've got another tune. I've just pulled these two randomly out the hat and just thought it's a start and it gets you into the solo-ness. It's called It's Free. So yeah, basically now I'm entering my solo stages, and that obviously there's going to be there's a few releases that I've got that are on iTunes, and so I might leave them until this sort of like, I don't know, biography of myself is sort of at an end, and then I'll sort of do episodes on each of the releases or whatever. Yeah, but I mean, there's so much solo stuff, because obviously I had my pal Des, who I've mentioned in previous episodes, and he just loved to be like a cameraman, and he used to film all the gigs and then. So, I mean, the audio ain't great because it's just the audio that are on whatever tablets that he had at the time, like iPads, and he had a couple of different ones. I don't know what the other ones were, but yeah. So the audio is just like basically just stolen off of that. You know what I mean? I've just basically play my phone to my microphone and record my phone playing the video, if you know what I mean, and then stick it on here. Do you know what I mean? So the audio is never going to be great, but it's good enough, I think. So let me play. There's no reason why I've done Black Blanket and It's Free. It's just they was the first two tracks that was in the treasure chest, if you like. They was just the first ones I pulled out, so I just thought, yeah, right, I'll stick these on, and then we will move on. But I mean, there's loads of solo stuff, so I'm probably going to stretch this over maybe 3 episodes before we reach the next band stage. But yeah, so anyway, this one's Is Free, and enjoy.
When you come home to me in the morning, putting up the fire that sets you free, don't stop doing what you're doing, 'cause baby, it's just you and me. You got it, you want it, it's free. You're running from me in the evening. You've packed your bags, you've flown away. If I ever catch you, then I'm sorry, 'cause what I'll do be out of my brain. You've got it, you want it, it's free. it's me that just don't suit. I need to be somewhere distant, somewhere I can call a joke. I'm in the wrong town, mama. I need to be somewhere I'm not. So come on, please, won't you help me and get me to where I belong? You've got it, you want it, it's free.
Yes, and that was It's Free, another one of my tracks. Obviously, you've heard both them songs in previous episodes, played with bands, different bands and stuff. But yeah, those two tracks are my own tracks, all me. Yeah. So all right. So this next thing that I found, basically, it was when I wrote a song called Little Green Street, which is influenced by the estate in Kentish Town that I grew up on. And it's funny because like I wrote it indoors in my little home studio or whatever, and then like after I'd finished writing it, I looked out the window and a couple of my pals and some family members and that were out on this balcony, like where I live, and so I grabbed the acoustic guitar and I ran outside. And it's like it was a lovely summer's day, but it was a proper windy day as well. And I sat there and I pulled a chair up, whatever that was out on the balcony, and I was like, "You got to listen to my new song, people." And they was like, "Oh, then go on and let's hear it. Come on, let's hear it." And yeah, it went a little bit like this.
Let's live our lives and
and that was Little Green Street, the first ever performance of the song after it got written, out on the balcony in Kentish Town. No, yeah. So that was the first time I ever performed that tune. Yeah. So what else have I got here? Oh yeah. So I found a recording of another sort of first performance, like recorded in Chapman Studios, very much years ago. A bit mad with the dates. My friend Tyre keeps listening to these episodes and saying to me, "Yeah, but you're not giving us no dates. We don't know when this is happening. We don't know where you are." And I said to Tyre, "Well, I don't really know where I am myself. I'm not very good at remembering things, full stop, you know what I mean?" But I was looking for first performances, and I found that Little Green Street one, and then I found another one of a song called Take Me Back. And I wrote this song, and it was very much influenced by a friend of mine. Actually, his name's mentioned in Little Green Street as well. His name's Barney, and I grew up with him on Ingestry Road in Kentish Town, and he was just such a lovely geezer. Like, I mean, he had millions of friends as well, and sadly passed. We won't go into all that, but so when I was writing this song, Take Me Back, he was at the forefront of my mind, you know what I mean? I was just wishing for another day where we could just still be doing our stuff that we used to do as youngsters, you know what I mean? I love that geezer. And so, I mean, if you go to Kentish Town, you ask anyone, any part of Kentish Town, they will know Barney, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm just privileged that I grew up with him on the Ingestry Road estate. And so I wrote this song, and it's for him, and it goes a little bit like this.
This one's for a pal of mine called Barney. Where life was good to me, where
Yes, and that was Take Me Back. Every time I listen to that song or play that song or whatever, I always think of Barney, and that's a good thing. Do you know what I mean? So he's never going to be forgotten in my eyes. Okay, so yeah, I haven't really planned out this very well, this solo section, if you like, because I'm just sort of putting my hand in the treasure box and then pulling things out and thinking, oh, that should have gone before that. And so basically, the next 3 episodes is just going to be, do you know what I mean, jumping around my solo-ness. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just going to be here. I'm going to be there. Do you know what I mean? It'll be all within the solo years, which weren't very many, maybe 2. Well, I mean, in the beginning, before another band, but yeah. So I mean, I've pulled out a couple more songs out of the old treasure chest, and they're 2 songs, Angel of Kentish and Rising Angel, and they never made it to the stage. They never really left Chapman Studios. Like, no one really would have heard them before or whatever. So I pulled them out. So I just thought, might as well play them to you, because it's something new in it. It's something that no one knows about or whatever. So let's start with Angel of Kentish, and it goes a little bit like this.
She makes me tremble when I think of her. Come on, girl, let's get it together. She's an angel in my blindest eyes, shining through with no disguise. She's amazing, yeah.
Yes, and that was Angel of Kentish. I do not have a Danny LaRue who influenced me to write that song, so I will say that I've changed the name of it to Angel of Luton, and it's for my wife Angie. It's quite a good song, I think, as well. Like, if it was played properly and that, and recorded well, and yeah, nice. But that's been dug out the chest. And next up is a track called Rising Angel, and it goes like this.
Every night when I close my eyes, there is you shining bright. Like a picture in my mind, there is you all the time. Wrap me up inside your love. The way I feel is not enough. You're the beauty I need, can't you see? All the time is never enough for me. Your angels rising for me. Please don't take this literally. This love is free. This love is meant to be. This love is free. This love is meant to be. Rising angel, don't you fall. Rising angel, don't you fall. Rising angel, don't you fall. Rising angel, don't you fall.
Yes, and that was Rising Angel. Two tracks, Angel of Luton and Rising Angel. Yeah, never they sort of was written and recorded just like I can't even remember how they was recorded, just probably on a phone or something like that, or one of them little Tascam 4 tracks or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, they went into the treasure chest and never got pulled back out until now. Yeah. So yes. I've been digging around in the old treasure chest, and I have come across a couple of tracks, 3 tracks, I think, from my first ever solo show at Aces and Eights in Tufnell Park, Kentish Town. And yeah. So I will play these to you now, and you can hear my first ever solo show. And the first one I've got is Burn. And yeah, so Burn was like a song that I had in the old archive. Then when Richard Fox wrote a bass line or whatever, and he said to me, put something to that, I used to take it away and go through my archive and find songs and then try to mould them to his bass lines or whatever. But obviously I can't play the guitar or anything like him, do you know what I mean? So when the old tally fell apart and that, and I didn't want to lose the songs, you know what I mean? So I thought, I'm going to go back to the archive and I'm going to find, I don't know, about 7 songs, and I am going to play them with my music, you know what I mean? Not as good as their music, but you know what I mean? Like, at least I kept the songs alive. So this is Burn live at Aces and Eights in Tufnell Park, Kentish Town. Here we go.
This tune's called Burn. It's not for everyone that likes an orgasm. She's got me down on my knees, begging me please, baby, don't dare slow down. Friction you causing when you slam the door in, allowing me to burn. Take me into the flames and let me burn. Take me into the flames and watch me burn. Do you still have the feeling? Do you still feel the touch? Is the feeling ice cold? Or does it still burn? Take me into the flames and let me burn. Take me into the flames and watch me burn. Lady of leisure, a burning flame. Will you bring me pleasure when you call my name? Take me into the flames and let me burn. Take me into the flames and watch me burn. Yeah, woman's burning, she's on fire. Woman's burning, she's on fire. Yeah, woman's burning, she's on fire. Woman's burning, she's on fire. Take me into the flames and let me burn. Take me into the flames and watch me burn. Yeah!
Yes, and that was Burn. That's how it originally was written, to be like that. And I sort of changed it quite a lot to fit into the music that the Tally Boys put together. And yeah. And also I've got another tune that was like made in the Tally. I mean, after I'd written the song previously, and this is my version. This is the original version. And if you want to hear the later version with the Tally, you got to listen to episode 14. Yeah, so this is There's a Reason, and this is how this song was originally written, and it goes like this.
Now this tune's called There's a Reason. This one's for my long lost brother Richard. I'm in a town, it's not your own. You're in a place you'll never know. Make believe is all you have. Just close your eyes, man, and sit back. There's a reason that I feel it. These feelings that I feel. There's a reason unreachable. Who she is, you'll never know. There's a reason that I feel these feelings that I feel. There's a reason that I feel these feelings for her. She makes me cry when she's not home. She makes me die, yeah, when she's gone. All her time is what I need. I know she's going to see my grief. There's a reason that I'm feeling these feelings for her. There's a reason that I'm feeling these feelings for her.
Yes, and that was There's a Reason. That is a great song. Both versions are great. The original version that you've just heard and the Tally version that you should go back and have a listen to, because that's a great track as well. At the beginning of the tune, you heard me dedicate the song to my long lost brother Richard. There's a story. Not too long before that gig, I actually, at the age of 28, met my brother for the first time. My mum and dad split up like when I was 5 years old or something like that. But so my dad's a bit of a gallivanter. He's been out there marking his territory. But so he produced a brother, and we never heard. I didn't even know he existed until he showed up at my house not too long before this gig with Richard and said, "Oh, all right, son, this is your brother Richard." Oh, cheers, Dad. Nice one. No, but it's crazy because like we're really opposite. Like Richard's mum is from the Caribbean, and so he's got darker skin than me, obviously, but it's crazy because like I'm a singer-songwriter or whatever, and he is a singer-songwriter as well, and it's just mad to like think that you meet someone that you've never met, he's never grown up around you, you know what I mean? Like you've not influenced him and he has not influenced you in any way, shape or form, and then you both end up being singer-songwriters, you know what I mean? Like he's a lot younger than me, but yeah, it's mad. So in the future with old Chapcast, I'll dedicate a couple of episodes to Richard, and we can get him on and get some of his music played for you to have a listen to, and you can have a listen to Richard as well. His name's Richard Chapman. He goes under a name, the Wandering Minstrel. I don't know if he's still using that, and he's got an album coming out called The Chapman Experience at the end of March. So keep your eyes open for that. But I will get him in here and get him on this, you know what I mean? Like, madness. Okay, so I've got one more song from this show. Well, I've probably got loads more, but they're just stuck in the treasure chest. I can't even say that properly. Treasure chest. Bit of a tongue twister. Yeah, so anyway, so I've got another song called Whiskey Drinking Cockney Scot. And this song was written about and for a friend of mine called Adam. You might know him as Adam Asbo. bit of a face in Camden. So I wrote this song for him. It's funny, like, because I play it in most of the gigs that I play, and when I do play it, he never seems to turn up to the gigs, and when I don't play it, he does turn up. It's mad. Anyway, yeah, it goes a bit like this. Nice one.
This is whiskey drinking Cockney Scots. I hope you've all enjoyed my set. I love your likes on Facebook. Yeah. Whiskey drinking Cockney Scots. The mix is where you've been. Red face stand up in your silver flask with dreams. Give it up for Camden Town, a place where you spill your beans. 10 green bottles, yeah, you know what I mean. Your child grew to what you are today. ASBO tagged you all the way. Whiskey drinking Cotton Scots, a fist full of pain is what you throw around when you don't use your brain. Say you've got a mellow side, but marsh is not the word. British town, born and bred, is that what you've heard? Your child grew to what you are today. ASBO tagged you all the way. The Scottish red face is a real deep place. What goes on behind the man, you'll never understand. ASBO, 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 ASBO. Whiskey drinking Cockney Scottish. Cheers, nice one, you lot top, thanks.
Nice one. Yes. And that was, it was the last song in that set, as you can hear. I don't actually, I think that was like, because it was my first ever solo show, and I think, no, I'm not sure, but yeah, it's definitely the first time I played Whiskey on my own, and Asbel was not there as far as I can remember. You can hear the Jack Russell once again attacking the postman. So that was my first ever show, Aces and Eights. I remember it well. Friend of mine's band, well, I was sort of mates with all of the band, do you know what I mean? They was called The Smokes, and they was playing that night as well. I supported them. Yeah, I supported the Strokes a couple of times actually. Once at the Dublin Castle in Camden. Maybe I can't find any tracks at the moment, but I'm sure maybe I'll give Des a ring actually and see what he's got in his archive, because he's probably got loads of stuff. Okay, so I've been pulling things out, and I've just found an acoustic version of a song that I wrote called Mum's the Word, and it goes a little bit like this.
Nobody knows all the things you told Now I know you're the kind that always shines, even when it's raining, yeah, when it's pouring. Nobody knows all the things you told me in my confidence, baby. Me in my confidence, lady. Such a lovely life, such a place to be. But they're all blind if they can't see. Nobody knows all the things you told me in my confidence, baby. Me in my confidence, lady. Such a lovely life, such a place to be. But they're all blind if they can't see. Yeah, Mum's the word. I keep your secrets, girl. Oh, Mum's the word. I keep your secrets, girl. Yeah, Mum's the word. I keep your secrets, girl. Oh, Mum's the word. I keep your secrets, girl. I keep your secrets, girl. Yeah, Mum's the word. I keep your secrets, girl. Whoa, Mum's the word. I keep your secrets, girl. Yeah, Mum's the word. I keep your secrets, girl.
And that was Mum's a Word, song that has something to do with secrets. Yeah, so yeah, that was just an acoustic version of Mum's a Word that I found. I've got another one here, and it is This Life, and it's a studio recording of it, a live studio recording. So let's have a go on that and then see what's next.
Can't take it no more. I can't face it no more. It's not working for me. I can't be what I want to be. It's like a packed train stuck in your mind. It's like a packed train all the time. I haven't been where I want to be. I haven't seen what I want to see. I have not done what I want to do. I have not even spoke to you. It's like a packed train stuck in your mind. It's like a packed train all the time. It's like a packed train stuck in your mind. It's like a packed train all the time.
Yes, okay. So next up, we have got a live track from a gig that I did at a bar called Boho in Camden. And then we're coming to the end of this month's episode. So I will play this next tune for you, and then I've got a little CHAP TAIL, just something funny that happened when we was younger and in the original voice. But yeah, so I've listened to this first. This is Little Green Street, played live at Boho in 2016, I think. And it goes like this.
The nights are dark, the days get bright. Meeting up at the bottom of the stairs to play for going. I remember runouts, playing hero. Heads and valleys, will use garage free. I'm in the center, you can cross them to me. I remember building camps and climbing trees and knocking dollies with Bonnie and Dean. Little Green Street leads the way to the place we used to play. And Gestry Road in this town, yeah, that's my stomping ground. Let's build a barbecue with Peter Hill. Let's live our lives and keep it real. Let's launch a break into the conga tree. If it hits that run, it's nothing to do with me. Little Green Street leads the way to the place we used to play. And Gestry Road in this town, yeah, that's my stomping ground.
Chapcast live from Chapman Studios.
Chap tales, don't you wanna hear some chap tales?
Yes, didn't really prepare myself too well for this month's CHAP TAIL. I was just like sitting here pulling my brains out thinking, what can I talk about? Anyway, I remember this funny time. It's just a short little snippet of a story, but it was back in when The Voice first ever started. And I can remember me, Amon, and our pal Taib, we used to always go round Taib's mum's house, and we'd be like in the front room learning Oasis songs out of books and all that. Like, and this day we was round there, and it was just us round there. So, bunch of young teenagers, just little nutters, like not really the sort of people you want to leave in your house on their own. No, but anyway, right bang outside where he used to live, there was a bus stop on Junction Road, and this bus stop was like, I don't know, had about 4 or 5 people there. So we decided to get the guitar amps and stick them out the window, turn them up to like maximum volume, these little Marshall amps we had, and basically just like, I don't know, play the Cigarettes and Alcohol riff or something as loud as we could, and see what the old the bus stop people thought of us. But it was quite funny, like so they started slamming into their guitars, Ty Bonnie's Epiphone Sheraton and Amon on his Epiphone Les Paul, and but whacked out I don't know what song it was, some Oasis song that we was learning at the time or whatever, and it was quite funny to see these 4 or 5 people that are sitting sort of, because the way the bus stop was laid out, they was sort of facing his mum's house, and a couple of them nearly fell on the floor, I think, but we had some shouts at us, and then there was some laughs as well, but that was quite a funny little story. Okay, so that is the end of March, episode 15, and we've got through it, people. Okay, so number 16 and 17 and maybe even 18, because there's loads of stuff to show you from the solo days. There's quite a few gigs actually, like, so I might pick the best ones and maybe do like a couple of 1 or 2 episodes on live shows that I've done. So I hope everyone's sort of enjoying what I'm doing, thank you for listening. Nice one, and I will speak to you all next month. Sweet. See you later.